Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video on the JustKenshi channel. So, in today's video, I'm going to be doing a full updated tier list on all the Shikais and Bankais in Type Soul. So, with the recent Kyoka and Duality finally coming into the game, I say it's the right time to make a new tier list. If you guys are new to the channel, please hit the video, subscribe, and turn on post notifications. Turn to indicate subs, this goal, and also join up my Discord server in the description of today's video. So yeah, let's jump into it. So, C tier. C tier have Fire, Poison, and Confusion. Now, Fire was really overpowered before it got its rework. Now, a lot of people can play the rework because some people I see good with it, but the majority of people are bad with the new Fire rework because the moves are very easy to counter because the moves are just straightforward. Like, it's nothing complex. If you fought against a few Fire, you will know how to counter it after fighting them a few times. Poison does a little bit of damage. I mean, some people made it work with some combos, but other than that, it doesn't do that much damage to actually be top tier like the S tiers and the A tiers. Now, Confusion is good for 1v1s, but other than that, no. Like, Confusion really sucks. Like, the moves are very easy to counter as well, because basically, if you fought Confusion before, and recently in the patch, they did like a shadow nerf where the moves, like, at first the moves came out instantly, but now there's like a timer, so you can actually like dodge the move now, so yeah. B tier have Wind, Shadow, and Judgment. Now, Wind is very overpowered. Like, don't get it wrong that Wind is B tier. Wind is really good. I love using Wind when I had Wind. Wind can set you up with so many combos, especially if you're using something like Wind to Hakuda, that's brain dead. And Wind Speed, it's alright, but yeah. Shadow is really good. Shadow is probably like one of the best Shikais if you're a starter, maybe because the moves are just straightforward. Like, it's nothing like you actually need a lot of skill for. The Bankai on the other hand is kind of disappointing. The Domain expansion, like, everyone just runs away from you in it, and also the C skill, not the C skill, basically the skill that you have right there with the multiple cuts. Basically that move is it does a lot of damage, but like it's very close range. So once you pop the domain, people are already running away from you, and if you actually use the multiple stashes skill, basically people will be far away from you, so you actually have to chase them down in your own domain. Judgment. I see no one use Judgment, and there's probably a reason for that, merely because the fact that it is very terrible. Like, there's not a lot of people who use Judgment. Judgment does like no damage. If you get Judgment, just roll it off because it's not very good. Like, the moves do not flow well for combos. It doesn't even work well with many builds. I mean, you could probably make it work with speed, but other than that, it's not that good. Now, A tier. A tier have Blood, Berserk, Zangetsu, Lightning, Theater, Benihime, and Water. Now, let's start with Water. Now, Water, some people may say that Wind is better than Water because Water is very easy to play against, because like literally if you played against a few Waters, you already know what to do against Water. Like, the wave skill, just dash away from them because it comes back right in a straight line. It doesn't auto track or anything, and Water is just very easy to counter. The Bankai on the other hand, the Bankai is pretty good. The Bankai can be a good mini boss for the ability because it does a lot of damage. The Bankai is really good. Now, Benihime, when it first came out, was the most brain dead thing in history. Okay, this was the most brain dead thing in Type Soul history because the moves literally flowed so well together and they pull you in and it does so much damage. But recently they did nerfs to Benihime, and I mean, it's not bad. The nerf just made it so that it's not like as brain dead as it was before, but it's still brain dead. But yeah. Now, Benihime is probably the best Bankai you can use, like if you're bad with Blood, because Blood on the other hand requires a little bit of skill, because Blood Bankai, if you miss M1s you will lose a lot of HP, but if you hit back the M1s you will gain a lot of health. But Tater is really good. I really like using Tater. Now, Tater is very easy to counter because you can just flash step and counter your entire ability. So yeah, if you can flash step, you can be a Tater user. But yeah, for Dirty, you don't really need to flash step. You can just pretty much just use a skill that gets you out of the shadows. And basically the move where they like TP to you and slash down, basically all you gotta do is step back and you basically counter Tater. Now, Tater's really good in his Bankai. Like, he has an AoE hidden move, and then also you have the final cut, which is basically broken as well. But yeah, Lightning is really good. But Lightning recently, a lot of people just know how to fight against Lightning because it's been around for so long that you actually just adapt to it now. The only thing that is making it a kind of a hard thing to fight is its Bankai, because its Bankai is full AoE and it's very hard to counter it. I mean, you can parry, but like if you're fighting like a lot of people and lightning users there and they just pop their AoE moves, it's going to be very difficult. But in a 1v1 you can slam a lightning user very easily. Now, Zangetsu is really good. The Shikai is okay, but the Bankai is what carries it the most. I mean, it's pretty canon to how Ichigo is because he doesn't even use a Shikai, but the Shikai is very bad. The Shikai does like, I mean, it's very easy to fight against a Zangetsu user. You can parry every one of its moves. Literally, you can parry every one of its moves. Getsuga Tensho is parried. The AoE slam move, you can just dodge it. And the dash move that they do forward, basically, you could just dash that too. Now, Berserker is very overpowered. Berserk is really good. Like, I don't think Berserk users really need their Bankai, because the dash move forward with that is a guard break, and also the moves just flow well together. Berserk is just very annoying to fight against. Now, S tier. S tier have Ice, Suzumebachi, Flower, Creation, Kyoka, Duality, and Ink. Now, Ink is top tier. Ink is probably the best move to use in a 1v1. You can cancel out your opponent moves and just completely demolish them with Kendo. Then we have Flower. Flower is really nice, but the thing that a lot of people complain about Flower is because Flower does pretty much just resets your posture bar every time. Because when you do like the AoE domain expansion move that you have, you could just basically just like parry it, and in your posture bar will get broken for a little bit, then you can just get it back already. Now, Creation is here as well. Even though Creation got nerfed this update, Creation was very overpowered at first. Like, if you guys seen people actually play, like a good player actually play Creation, you will see that Creation was top tier. Now, they did do some nerfs, so it could probably be high A, but yeah, Creation is really nice. Now, a lot of people may not agree that Creation is better than Blood, really, because, you know, Blood, in my personal opinion, is an ability only used by a skilled user. Because, like, if you have somebody who's not skilled at the game using Blood, they will probably lose all their fights because they're probably going to be killing themselves more than they actually trying to fight. Because, you know, the Blood, basically, Blood, if you miss a move, you lose HP. And a lot of people are not good at landing the Blood moves because they're very easy to, like, parry or dodge it. So, yeah. Suzumebachi, at first when Suzumebachi first came out, a lot of people did not like it. They realized that Suzumebachi is actually top tier. It's really, really good. And the Bankai does one shots, does like 4 bars, and if you already had damage before, boom, you beat them easily. Now, Ice is brain dead. I don't know what to say, bro. Ice is just brain dead. Like, you have a counter, you have freeze move after freeze move, and the Bankai basically has an AoE freeze, so no one can run away from you. So Ice is just basically the ultimate move for boss rage for Soul Reapers, in my personal opinion. Well, that was the case before they added Kyoka and Duality. Now, Duality gives you 11 moves, 11 moves, and each moves do a lot of damage. So how it basically works is you have yin and yang. Your yin form is your white one and your yang is the black form. Now basically the yin are the most weaker version and then the yang is the more broken ones because like it's insane. Now the Bankai gives you Magetsu. It also gives you pretty much Law's ability to like dissect the person, and then you can just like literally to play Duality, all you need to do is just click your buttons. Like, all the moves, just click your buttons and you win. Basically, you click your Z and X, then press your C, then your C will swap you to your Yang form, then click the Z and X again, because the cooldowns are not shared. So your Z and X and Yin are not shared with your Z and X and your Yang, so it's just brain dead. Now, what is the best ability between Kyoka and Duality? I cannot tell you, because they're both brain dead as hell. Kyoka is OP. It gives you a clone that is perfect for pressure, and if you're not fighting someone with IQ of higher than 200, they will not know what to do against you, because basically Kyoka makes it so you have a perfect clone that literally follows the opponent, applying mad pressures with your toolbar. It doesn't use your Shikai skills, but it applies high pressure. Then also the fact that your Kyoka has its Bankai, which gives you Hado 90 that does 3 bars. Then it also has the ability, literally gives you Uryu's antithesis. Basically, once you're one shot and you press your ability in your Bankai, you will reset your HP with your opponent's HP. So basically, if your opponent had max HP and you were 1 bar, you click this skill, you will have full HP and he will be 1 bar, and basically you can just one shot him after that. It's just brain dead. Now it could just, in your opinion, you can tell which one is better. Like if you played with them, you can just pick which one you think is better. But in my personal opinion right now, there's not really a best ability between Kyoka and Duality, because both of them are just equal in brain dead. Now, a lot of people say Kyoka may be the best one because the clone is very good for basically once you're fighting a Kyoka user, it's always going to be a 2v1, and plus the fact that you can literally just have like 2 times damage every time you unuse your move. So yeah, let me guys thoughts on tiers in the comment section below, and give me guys your personal tiers in the comment section. Kenshi sign off, love y'all, and peace.